Hello, I'm Skarloey, and you're listening to the Railway Series Book Club.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Railway Series Book Club, the podcast where we discuss and dissect the Railway Series. I am Jamie, the Queen of Sodor, she, her.
I am Vivian. I'm a spooky ghost, also she, her.
And I'm Andrew, the only they, them. And this evening, I've made some tea.
How is it?
Nice.
Still quite warm, actually, which is nice. I don't remember how long it's been since I actually put it in. I don't know, wait, put it in? What? Okay, anyway, what's the story today? What's the story, Morning Glory?
Well, it's time for us to do the final story in Four Little Engines, which just so happens to be Old Faithful.
He's old and he's faithful.
Old on my
Skarloey.
faithful.
Yeah, she old on my faithful till old spring gives way.
I'm gonna get the historical context right out of the way just so I can be better equipped to make a joke riffing on that. So this story was actually based on two different incidents that were chronicled in Railway Adventure. One of them being the last time that Talyllyn was steamed before being put back in the barn.
Get in the barn!
Get in the barn! It was in 1946, and it was just after Dolgoch had come back from being restored. Tom Rolt writes it in a very funny way. The way he words it is, when Dolgoch returned, gleaming in fresh green livery, one of her first actions was to become derailed up the line, so that, despite her appalling condition, Talyllyn had to be steamed and sent out to her rescue. This successful salvage operation was destined to be the last duty performed by Talyllyn, and those who have subsequently viewed the ominous bulge in the side of her firebox, which betokens broken stays, or investigated a smokebox tube plate which consists of more scale than plate, are of unanimous opinion that he was a brave man who steamed and drove her on this last journey.
God.
The second, and this is where I'm drawing the joke from, is what happened not too long after the incident that inspired Gallant Old Engine, actually. I need to have another look at what year it was, but, let's see what we got. But it probably would have been, like, early 50s. It was after the Society took over. But, yeah, it was not very long after this. It had been a fine morning, and Dolgoch was just running into Pendray Station on her down journey after an uneventful trip when, with an alarming crash followed by a tinkling sound, she suddenly vomited a shower of broken spring leaves on the 2-foot.
Ooh.
Her near side front spring had completely disintegrated. On this occasion, our passengers remained blissfully unaware of the consternation which instantly prevailed in the motive power department, for we pulled up on the platform at Pendray as though nothing had happened, and after a brief whispered debate decided to run into the wharf as usual. It was only when the last passenger was safely out of sight that we set to work to get our crippled engine back to shed.
Oh,
So,
baby.
she old on my faithful till I vomit a shower of broken spring leaves on the 2-foot.
The 2-foot's...
God.
It's in quotation marks, by the way.
I really don't want anybody to vomit on my 2-foot.
Oh, she vomit on my 2-foot. Who up vomiting on their 2-foot, by the way? Tell us in the Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord server. Link in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the description, join the Discord and have a piss cord.
Please don't piss in the Discord. Yes.
Yeah.
That was so perfectly aligned.
Oh, God.
So good, you'd think it was scripted.
Like we said in Skarloey Remembers, the TV series combines this story and Skarloey Remembers into one episode titled Four Little Engines. And like we said in Sir Handel, this creates a lot of continuity weirdness when this episode ends with them promising to mend Skarloey only for the status quo to revert in the next episode.
Yeah.
TV series moment.
Yep.
Series
you just
4 is
love it?
fantastic. Their adaptation of Four Little Engines is awful.
V, I think you're being too nice to TV series lore there.
I said series 4.
Oh, I misheard that as TV series lore. Sorry.
No.
What TV series lore?
Exactly. There is none. It sucks. Anyway.
It's like they just made it up as they went along, and that's perfectly fine. It's just, it's just,
It causes some problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not as consistent as the Railway series, which also wasn't very consistent at best times.
Yes,
to be honest,
that was also made up as it went along, but it at least, I feel like, did a much better job of covering up the scenes.
To be fair to the TV series, the Railway series had more time to make itself up as it went along. Because with the TV show, you've got to make it up
26 episodes.
You've got to make it up within the rush of a television production.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like anyone's at fault for that.
Yeah.
But shit, there's a point I was gonna raise a minute ago, and I forgot what it was. See. Well, you see, Skarloey.
What the fuck is that voice you're doing, Renius?
You're freaking me out. I'm yeeking out.
I see, Skarloey.
Oh, wait, no.
I think I sound like Giga Chad.
You sound like Boss Renius.
Was that
Remember Don Handel, everybody?
Yeah, I remember Don Handel.
Remember Riff Trains?
Fucking Don Handel.
I remember Don Handel, but I don't remember Boss Renee's. Wait,
I
do
was like
remember
the
Boss
side
Renee's.
character. He was like a mob boss that was an enemy of Don Handel.
Oh,
and he killed him. And he had the MS Paint eyebrows.
Yeah, I remember now.
Fucking love Riff Trains. I hope that guy's doing okay.
I hope he's having a good sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he's not having a good sandwich, then, well, I hope whatever he's experiencing is good.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started with Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir Handel stayed shut up for several days, but one market day, Peter Sam could not work. He needed repairs. Sir Handel was glad to come out. He tried to be kind, but the coaches didn't trust him. They were awkward and rude. He even sang them little songs, but it was no use. It was most unfortunate, too, that Sir Handel had to check suddenly to avoid running over a sheep. "He's bumped us!" screamed the coaches. "Let's pay him out!"
Don't hurt Talyllyn the sheep. The sheep is
Sir
so
Handel
good.
let out of the shed. What crimes will he commit? None, apparently.
He's trying so hard.
For once, Sir Handel did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish that this could have some kind of extended adaptation. Because I would love to see Sir Handel's fucking note sap apology to the old coaches. Like, I mean, I'm sure he's trying to make a good faith effort. But
Yeah,
No, okay, I'm gonna... Peter...
But fucking...
Sir Handel is puffing along the line, singing All Aboard the Toxic Gossip Train.
Yeah, what I really like about this page is the very strong implication the coaches actually hate Sir Handel because he's just shit at singing.
Oh, yeah! I mean, that could also be it. He could just... Like, he's not as good at Peter Sam. He's not a soprano.
Yeah.
As a kid,
Handel,
really...
This sounds very gay.
As a kid, I really didn't like the scene where he almost hits the sheep when he derails, because I thought he was going to hurt the sheep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the sheep.
The sheep do come onto the line at the Talyllyn, and it's,
Yeah. Well, sometimes the sheep aren't so lucky on the Talyllyn as they are in the TV show.
Yeah, well,
No!
just because sheep die in real life doesn't mean sheep have to die in my funny train stories.
They don't have to, and that's why Sir Handel didn't kill the sheep.
Yeah, they don't have to, and it's why they don't.
Yeah, Sir Handel doesn't kill the sheep.
If the Rev wanted the sheep dead, the sheep would be dead.
Yeah,
Simple as.
That's how you can tell he's actually trying to make a good faith effort, is because he's not, causing the most bad things to happen all at once.
Yeah.
By the way, everybody, if you want to talk to me about sheep, specifically the sheep from the Sonic comics, join the Discord and talk to me about the Sonic comics, please. Everybody's sick of listening to me. I need somebody who actually wants to talk about it.
Okay,
I'm
now,
not sick of listening to you. I'd love to talk about lanolin.
Sick is pushing it. Exhausted, tired, bored. Those are all words I would not use because actually I quite like hearing about the Sonic comics.
I would love to hear more about lanolin.
Aw. I like her a lot. She's very cute.
Yeah.
Something else I quite like about this actually is the way Audrey sort of writes around this being adapted from something that happened before numbers 3 and 4 arrived on the Talyllyn. Like, by putting Peter Sam out of action in, like, the first, couple paragraphs.
Yeah. Once again, the only story that Peter Sam actually gets to, be prominently featured in is the third one. Because he just doesn't fucking show up except for in this paragraph.
Yeah.
Also, am I wrong? Is Sir Handel facing the opposite direction from where he was earlier in the book?
Oh fuck, is this a grunk?
So?
I can't remember.
Because, Peter Sam is facing up the line, right? And he gets coupled to Beatrice in Peter Sam and the Freshman Lady when he's heading up. And then Skarloey and Sir Handel are facing the opposite direction, which means that they would be facing towards Beatrice. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
I think Beatrice swaps what end of the train she's on. A lot in this book.
I think I don't know. I think this is supposed to be Sir Handel on his way down to the station, which would be consistent with how he pulls it up. I can't words it.
He pulls it up on the end Beatrice isn't on.
Yeah.
And then pulls it back on the end she is on.
But Peter Sam pulls...
Yeah, Skarloey faces the exact same way, and it's consistent in this story.
But Peter Sam pulls the train the opposite direction, and Beatrice is on the end that he's pulling from.
That might just be a grunk.
Do better, Beatrice. Except not Beatrice, our friend, who did our new Benry logo, because she's really cool.
Yeah!
She's
extremely cool. Thank you so much
and
for
a
the
wonderful
Benry.
person
You
to
are
boot.
epic.
Yeah. Everybody in the Discord, be nice to her. If you don't, I'll kill you.
Seconded.
Mods kill that guy. Which is coincidentally also what Agnes says when Sir Handel has to slow down suddenly.
Yeah. Ban that person and ban their entire family. Because they're gonna show up and they're gonna be kind of like them, and I just don't want that at all.
Agnes looking at poor people.
Ban all those passengers.
Skarloey, ban that guy!
Skarloey, ban that guy for 30 seconds!
What?
Ban that guy permanently
What the
for 5 minutes.
I don't have that power, Agnes. Agnes, I am a train.
You haven't given me mod status on Twitch.tv.
Agnes streaming.
Agnes is a fucking VTuber.
What does Agnes stream?
She streams solitaire.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's gotta be some kind of untapped market for streaming, I'm sure. The coaches knew that all engines must go carefully at a place near the big station, but they were so cross with Sir Handel that they didn't care what they did. They surged into Sir Handel, making him lurch off the line. Luckily, no one was hurt. Sir Handel limped to the shed. The thin controller inspected the damage. "No more work for you today," he said. "Bother those coaches. We must take the village people home and fetch the tourists, all without an engine." "What about me, sir?" said a voice. "Skarloey!" he exclaimed. "Can you do it?" "I'll try," answered the old engine.
Why is his face so big?
Yeah, it's a bit of a grunk.
Yeah, that's a huge grunk.
Also, so I was in voice with a couple of people last night, and I mentioned that we were recording Old Faithful today.
Mm-hmm.
And I got told to mention two things. One of them was B telling me to make sure that I mentioned Train Cool, and the other one is Ross pointing out that the house behind this little bridge here is apparently the Finn Controller's house.
Yes.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, it is. That's cool.
Yeah.
I believe it's marked on the like map of the wharf in the iOS book, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like in the real world this is like the equivalent to the bridge at Towan Wharf.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is different from the TV series version, which I have a whole fucking like this drove me a bit insane. The TV series truncates the whole accident sequence by having the coaches push Sir Handel off the line right in front of the sheep.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense from an adaptive standpoint, because, like, you know what? You know, it makes things simpler to just have it happen right there. But, like, it also has weird knock-on effects. Because, like, here Sir Handel comes off right before the station instead of a random stretch of track. That's just a random stretch of straight track and not points where it might be easier to come off.
Mm.
And, like, it also makes it weird where, if, like, apparently Sir Handel's damage is bad enough that he can't keep working for the rest of the day. But if he just comes off in the middle of the line and could just keep on working to the end of the line just fine, then, like, why didn't they just keep using him that day?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it not. I will go to bat for the TV version on this point, and it's that using him any further would have exacerbated the shit that got fucking...
That is probably true, but I don't think they
up.
even say it's because they inspected the damage. I think they just send him to the sheds. No more work for you, Sir Handel. Like, as if it's like maybe a punishment thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not watching it right.
They do frame it a little bit like a punishment.
They don't even, like, have the line about them inspecting him, I think. Because, like, you know, they come to that conclusion because he's damaged and they don't want to worsen the damage so he doesn't work anymore. But I don't think they even say it in the show. They're just like, okay, no more work. You fucked up, so you don't get to work anymore, Sir Handel. Which, you know,
But they're
I suppose
very
it's
nice
not...
about it.
Huh?
For once. Considering it's a handle.
Yeah. Like
it's
I don't
no...
know.
They don't give Sir Handel the usual, "You fucking suck!"
Yeah!
And then
Well, that's because Sir Handel is actually making a good faith effort this time, and not being a little shit.
Finn Controller walks into the shed, picks up a brick, and fucking throws it directly at Sir Handel's face.
he's just making that stupid ass face when he like derails in front of the sheep, like
I once again got a request art. Somebody draw art of Mr. of Mr. Sam.
Somebody throw a brick at Sir Handel.
Please throw a brick at Sir Handel. Anyone like, you know, going to visit the Skarloey Railway this coming season, Just see if you can throw a brick at Sir Handel. Ask very nicely. They'll tell you no, but that means you can do it anyway.
Because it's Sir Handel.
It's Sir Handel.
Yeah. It's Sir Handel. They don't care. Do not throw a brick at Sir Hayden, though. Sir Hayden's a good girl.
Do not throw a brick at Sir Hayden. Do not throw a brick at chorus number 10.
Absolutely.
Yes, they're good girls. Don't bother them.
They're very
Chorus
good
number
girls
10.
that will likely get you arrested.
Chorus number 10 is still a baby. Okay?
Yeah.
You
Like,
wouldn't.
You don't hit babies
drop
with
kick a
bricks,
baby.
idiot. Yeah.
Railway Series Book Club advice of the week: don't hit babies with rocks, idiot.
Yeah.
But that's just rocks.
Oh god.
What is it? Is brick not a type of rock?
Of course, bricks aren't rocks.
I mean, clay is rock in a
Well,
way.
it's made of rock.
Yeah, but it's not. You wouldn't fucking point at a brick and go, "Hey, look, a rock."
No, I suppose not.
What would you throw at Sir Handel? Tell us in the Discord.
Yeah. At Andrew with what object you would throw at Sir Handel.
At hands
Right
with
now.
what object you would throw at them.
Yeah.
At Andrew,
That's
what
all I have
object
for
you
this.
will throw at them, and I will send you their address so that you can throw it at them.
Before we move on,
Oh my god.
there's a few notes I still have on this page. That's in order. We must take the village people home. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
That must be a very special train if they're transporting those village people.
Yeah, if it's the village people, that's a special train indeed. That's no market day special, bro. That's like
Yeah. Sir Handel really fucked up by not being ready to pull that train.
Sir Handel really fucked up by not getting himself clean, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's something you can do at the YMCA. Anyway,
Yeah.
the coaches knew that all engines go.
Uh-huh.
And?
Johnny Morris's ad-libs on this page are fucking nuts. He says to, when Skarloey's like, "What about me, sir?" He says, "Oh, it's you." In the most, like, passive-aggressive way possible. And it's so fucked. I love it.
That's so...
I actually
so
love it. It's so good.
It's so mean.
The thin controller is just like, oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you. Yeah.
Skarloey. Oh, it's you. Skarloey.
Skarloey. Oh, Skarloey, it's you.
I wasn't aware we were inviting you to this party. How are you?
Oh, it's you. Old Skarloey. Like, on this entire page, he just calls him Old Skarloey. He doesn't do that before or since.
Oh, look, it's old shitty-ass Skarloey.
Look, it's fucking Skarloey, this guy. Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's old Skarloey. I heard he has every disease.
And then some.
I heard he has the gout.
Oh.
I'll try, sir. I'll try. He's like, yeah, I'll try, sir. I'll try, sir.
Skarloey may be old and have gout.
Alright. Which is a very smooth transition to the next page.
It is! The coaches stood at the platform. Skarloey advanced on them, hissing crossly. "I'm ashamed of you," he scolded. "Such behavior! You might have hurt your passengers! On market day, too!" "We're sorry, Skarloey. We didn't think. It's that Sir Handel. He's—" "No tales," said Skarloey firmly. "I won't have it, and don't you dare try tricks on me!" "No, Skarloey, of course not, Skarloey," quavered the coaches meekly. Skarloey might be old and have dirty paint, but he was certainly an engine who would stand no nonsense.
Skarloey may be old and have gout.
He was like raising his hand about to slap. There.
Yeah,
Just
fucking, epic alpha male puts the women in their place.
In their place, like, yeah.
I love Joe Rogan.
Fucking cider.
Like I was saying in Skarloey Remembers, I'm not a fan of Skarloey's threats of violence to the coaches, just because that doesn't feel great. I don't like that. But to be fair here, their stunt with Sir Handel was in bad faith, and Skarloey takes the operation and continued survival of the railway very seriously, which, reasonable considering he was there for the lean years. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that he's stern.
I think if Sir Handel had actually done something wrong today, he wouldn't have really cared.
Yeah, like, Skarloey would have been like, oh, fucking, that's a skill issue.
But, like, no,
Hey,
Sir
Skitty
Handel,
Shoe.
Sir Handel genuinely tried his best today, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus, it's okay, Jamie, don't worry. He didn't, overtly threaten them with violence this time round. That means it's
True.
okay.
He didn't threaten to beat his wives.
His many
Win for
wives.
feminism.
Skarloey has always been a feminist. Feministo,
Yes.
whatever.
I've always been a feminist. I believe in women's rights.
I do think it's interesting to... This is going forward a bit, but I do find it interesting to look at the difference between Skarloey at this point versus Skarloey in very old engines. Like,
Yeah, Skarloey and, like, do you mean flashback Skarloey?
yeah,
or
like bucking,
modern day
like
Skarloey?
bucking Bronco
Yeah.
Skarloey.
Yeah, because, like, fucking flashback Skarloey is quite closer to Sir Handel, I think. Like, he's not as fucking snooty and shit, but, like, he's very bouncy and rude and thinks very highly of himself. Like, kind of motherfucker that would, get the coaches pissed off to the point where they'd bump him off the tracks.
Yeah, which, oh, no, that's not really what happens in Bucking Bronco.
Yeah, that's not what happens. That's his own bumping around. not
Yeah,
the
it's his
coaches.
own bucks and sways, because he doesn't have the trailing wheel.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yet.
Are there any
Yet.
pictures of Talyllyn without the trailing wheel?
I think I don't believe so. The only
Oh.
closest thing really
Huh.
is just the like stock drawing of like the class.
The BB.
Yeah, the BB.
I know there's
Wait, is Skarloey the BB or the C? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, to be honest. Let's see.
I think there were pictures
What we are
of
these letters we are referring to are the Fletcher Jennings classes, because they have like stock classes of locomotives, more or less, and like there are no locomotives quite specifically like Talyllyn and Dolgoch. There are locomotives that were made to similar specifications.
Yeah.
Such as I believe there is one very similar to Renius in like fucking somewhere. I don't remember where. but
I
there's
think I might know what one you're on about. The
Yeah,
is it the one
we
in-
can fucking
is the
throw
one
up
in
a
Australia?
thumbnail or something. Yeah, Australia, that's it.
Yeah,
We
which,
can
to be
like
fair,
throw up a
is-
thumbnail or a link to a video.
There's also like a wider gauge to it.
Yeah, it's a much bigger version of number 2,
Yeah.
but it's still the same general design.
Yeah. Also, Dolgoch is the BB. Beep
Right. Okay.
which is accurate because she's
Beep,
a baby.
Yeah. I mean, she's not. She's an old woman.
No, but she's also a
They
baby.
call her the old lady.
They call her the old baby.
What were we talking about before we got like a little bit sidetracked there?
I don't remember. Oh, right. I did have something to say, and I don't think we were talking about it earlier, but I find it very funny that the fucking narration calls him out as, you know, old and having dirty paint or whatever.
He looks like
his paint
shit,
looks...
but...
Yeah, but, like, his paint looks fine. Like, it doesn't look any different from Sir Handel or Peter Sam.
I mean, that's a Dalby moment.
Yeah, Dalby probably just didn't feel like putting any grime on it.
Pretty minor grunk moment.
It's
like, it's a fine illustration
I
otherwise.
I wouldn't consider it grunk by the strictest definition of grunk.
Yeah.
But
there is no strict definition of grunk.
There is! It's why grunk exists to begin with. Grunk is just an easier way of saying that Dalby was better at painting landscapes than he was engines. Jeez Louise!
My name is not Louise.
We know that!
Oh, is Lucy in the
I'm so glad we introduced a term for this phenomenon in, like, the penultimate book of Dalby's tenure.
No, it's okay. When we do the Railway Series Book Club Director's Cut...
I
mean, to be honest, just you wait till we do...
Don't speak that into existence. That might kill us if we have to go back through those first books again.
No. Just you wait till we do Percy book. There's more grunks than my wife.
Oh,
what
that's
the
true.
fuck does that mean?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, it means that your wife is a better landscape painter than a train painter.
I mean, if that's what you want to
the landscape's
that,
good,
then
but the
sure.
moving parts don't work right.
What the fuck else is there to say?
I like the way Johnny Morris reads this page. Because when he does, like, the coaches, they're like, he's such a shh. As if Skarloey cuts them off as they're about to say shithead. Also, he skips the first sentence on the next page. Actually,
it seems like his narration of this particular book is very odd.
Yeah.
It's his final one, isn't it?
I believe...
Oh, wait, no, he does Percy.
Does he do Percy?
I think so. I'm pretty sure there's him doing Duck Takes Charge, at least.
Yeah. Yes, he does do Percy.
I like the little bus in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can also see the Think Controller's house, as well as
you
the
can.
Wharf Bridge, actually.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else for this one, or?
No, I think it's, you know...
It's not very grunky.
Yeah,
I don't think, like...
It's a good looking Skarloey, good looking coach.
I don't know where his whistle is, but then he's not really had one throughout the whole book, so...
Yeah, it's fine. It's somewhere.
It's fine.
It's somewhere
Trust.
in England.
Don't.
His friends crowded round, and the guard had to shoo them away before they could start. Skarloey felt happy. He remembered all the gates and stiles where he had to stop, and whistled to his friends. The sun shone, the rails were dry. This is lovely, he thought. But presently they began to climb, and he felt short of steam. Bother my tubes, he panted. Take your time, old boy, soothed his driver. I'll manage, he wheezed. And, pausing for breath at the stations, he gallantly struggled along.
Unexpected yeehaw.
Look, the best part about narrating a book is you can just give the extras whatever fucking voice you want, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I like the inclusion of Bother My Tubes, because it has the same vibe as, like, an old guy having a walk and complaining about his hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what it is. He's an old man. Also, grunk moment. Brand new Sodor Cryptid, the 6th old coach on the Skarloey Railway.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that?
I hereby name her Flork.
Blork?
Blork?
I'll put it in chat. Flork.
Ah, Flork, I see.
What if we called her Bjork? Like Bjork.
Agnes, Ruth, Lucy,
Yeah.
Jemima, Beatrice, and Flork.
I don't know, I Bjork, yeah, Bjork, so it could be like fucking Swedish or whatever.
Yeah, Agnes, Ruth, Lucy, Jemima, Beatrice, and Bjork.
Just
So clearly, she must also be a resident of the loop line and work with Benry.
Yeah, so Bjork actually has gauge shifting powers, so she can be both standard gauge and narrow gauge. And
Okay, I see. I just figured it was like that that one time in season 18 when James pulled the Talyllyn Railway coaches.
you see, Benry
the real
and
Bjork has these powers as well.
yes, Benry and Bjork are they're I wouldn't call them friends, but they're respectful work colleagues.
I see.
You know, they. Now, granted, we don't know exactly what they do because no one's gone into the loop line and survived. But if
Apart
you
from
go
Edward.
in, apart from Edward, but he won't talk.
Yeah.
So if you ever find yourself in the loop line, ask Benry and Bjork what the fuck they're actually doing in there because we don't know.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, especially because
Sorry if
Benry,
you get trapped there forever.
especially because Benry keeps visiting me in my dreams, and I'm getting very afraid.
Oh, you've been getting those too?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he keeps showing up. I don't know what the fuck he wants. He never actually, like, says anything. He just appears, and
Well-
that Among Us text pops up.
he has a cowboy hat sometimes.
He says stuff to me, and it's like, and it's some like super cryptic shit. Like I don't even. I wrote one of them down, and it was. Through the darkness of futures past, the magician longs to see. One chance out between two worlds. Fire. Walk with me.
That's
Are those
creepy.
lyrics?
If any of you are getting visions of Benry in your dreams, we're protected because, you know, we're
the
book
hosts.
club. Yeah,
We're part of the Covenant,
Yeah.
so that means
Yeah.
we're immune to his magics.
but you guys, if you
dear
start getting
listeners.
Benry dreams, settle your affairs.
Yeah, settle your affairs. Make sure to wear sunscreen when you go outside. Make sure to vote in your local elections, because those are important too.
And
What else?
don't forget to make up your own joke here.
But most importantly, when he comes, don't resist. It'll only make it hurt more.
No.
Well, that's our addition to Benry lore for the week.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you've waited long enough for a new Benry lore.
Do not ring up Rem Lazar, by the way.
So stupid.
You know, there's another time Benry said to me, toxic old man sex in my dream. That was pretty crazy.
Oh, he talked to you about Old Man Yowie too?
Yeah. Well you
That's
said he
fucked
didn't
up.
talk to you.
Well, he didn't, like...
It wasn't.
I guess he didn't talk, necessarily. He just did that thing where he held... Like that Looney Tunes character thing. Where
Where
he
they
holds
hold
up
up
a
a sign?
sign of what he wants to say instead of actually talking.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get you. Alright. Okay.
Most of the time it just says Among Us.
Yeah.
Which, if you
that
want to
would be
see
Vivian's
an
curse.
artistic representation of that, B has posted it in the Discord.
Yeah! B is wonderful.
She is.
I think she's part of the Covenant too.
Oh, B is protected.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's under our
She's safe.
protection.
B-
the Covenant's protection.
B
We-
is protected
we
by
love
us,
casting
and
spells.
she helped Ben attain his physical form after so long. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the real Benry was scrapped in, like, God, 32, I think.
Yeah.
so his evil spirit was trapped in the loop line for a long time, but now he has a body again thanks to B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, it is very small, the size of your average wooden railway toy.
But it's fine, he doesn't mind.
It harbors extreme negative energy. In my attempt to make David Lynch sick by thinking mean thoughts about him, landed me in the hospital due to a fairly damaging seizure. Sorry. So, there's not really much more to this picture,
Yeah,
we're
not
talking
really.
about.
I think
apart from like the mild grunk of Skarloey's wheels kind of just not being visible at all.
They're just not there.
yeah, I really like the vibes of the illustration. It's very much like the ones from
Oh, yeah.
Skarloey Remembers.
Yeah.
It's very cozy and friendly, but it's also got, the kind of like, building kind of... tension might be a strong word, but it's like, he's having fun on his journey for the first time in forever, but it's also kind of hard on him. So it's, yeah. I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like the tree.
That is a good tree.
Yeah.
It is.
Dalby's quite good at painting trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite a nice tree on the next
Really
page, actually.
Big grunk. Talking of which...
Yeah. Next page.
Turn the page.
After a rest at the top station, Skarloey was ready to start. It'll be better downhill, he thought. The coaches ran nicely, but soon he began to feel tired again. His springs were weak, and the rail joints jarred his wheels. Then, with a crack, a front spring broke, and he stopped. "I feel all crooked," he complained. "That's torn it," said his driver. "We'll need a bus for our passengers now." "No," pleaded Skarloey. "I'd be ashamed to have a bus take my passengers." "I'll get home a bus," he promised bravely.
I don't think he's meant to be at a station when this happens.
Yeah.
I mean...
He's not, because...
Yeah, I guess not, because, like...
Dolgoch wasn't when it happened IRL. And I'm glad that the show rectifies it by also not having it happen at a station.
Yeah, like, I feel like this is them, like, stopping to inspect it real quick while the passengers are disembarking. Also, goodbye Bjork, you have now ceased to exist on this page.
Hooray!
I have a problem with how the show does this scene as well, actually, which is... So, maybe the idea is it happens off-screen, but the way the show frames the journey, it seems as though, like, Skarloey goes over a hill, breaks on the hill having not stopped at the top station, and then just goes down the hill. Like, there's no rest point for him.
It's real weird.
There is no rest point, but, like, it is very understandable the way they just cut around Skarloey's spring breaking.
Yeah, there's no real way to do that.
I will say,
convincingly with that model.
I do really like the fact that they actually do take the effort to tilt the model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Crooked Skarloey as, like, a piece of iconography in Thomas. I wish there was, like, more of that.
Because, I don't know, you don't see it super clearly because you only see it for a few shots, but in the scene of him pulling in at the end, you see him limping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, poor baby.
Yeah, Skarloey's a trooper for that
it's
one.
much more... Yeah, it's much more extreme in the TV show, which, makes sense, because that's just one big body shell, and they, you can only, like...
Yeah.
It would either be unnoticeable or extreme, so, I mean, it's fine, the way they did it. But, like, I really enjoy, like, the iconography of Skarloey, being all crooked but still taking the train home. Like, it's neat. I like it. I wish that it was, like, more of a thing, but I think the TV series episode being the way it is has kind of made people forget about it. And I guess it is also kind of... It is also kind of, like, overshadowed by other feats of heroism in Thomas, like
your super rescues, your Edwards exploits, but I'd say it's at least...
your gallant old engines.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, because both Skarloey and Renius have, like, similar things happen to them.
Yeah, this is literally based on an incident from Dolgoch, so,
yeah.
I'm not surprised that the story has generally been overshadowed by gallant old engine, but I think it is a great shame, because I honestly kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily like the story better, but I do really like it.
I like them for different reasons, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Gallador Legend feels like it has a lot more weight behind it, just because it is, it's just one instance out of many where Renius pulled himself together and struggled to keep the railway alive during the lean years. Whereas this is just, it's just one instance. Like, this isn't a make or break situation. Yeah, minor inconvenience.
This is the thing is, the railway is safe by this point. It's just a matter of, like, getting these specific people home.
Yeah.
There's less dramatic
stakes. And that matters a lot to Skarloey.
There's less dramatic stakes and more personal stakes.
Yeah.
But, the dramatic stakes, at least for Skarloey, are just as high as the personal ones.
Yeah, that's true, because, like, he might never run again after this.
Yeah. But
he was already not doing any work before. Yeah, he wants to get his friends home, and also, like, he wasn't running at all before this. This is just the final nail in the coffin, potentially.
Yeah.
Which, not to spoil one of the later pages, but he does say something that kind of makes it, implies that he does believe it to be a final nail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I love the... I only just noticed it looking at the page here, but I don't... Maybe this is just a typo in my edition. I don't know if it's in y'all's. But there's an apostrophe before bus when Skarloey talks about a bus for his passengers.
Oh yeah, that's not it. That's not in mine.
Yeah, that's not, that's... I mean...
There must be a typo in this edition, then.
It could be, but it also could be intentional, because sometimes people would just refer to buses as, apostrophe bus to, as, a shortened version of omnibus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a bit sad we didn't get Bertie the bus coming in with the steel chair, but, that would have ruined the story, so...
That's fine.
But Skarloey hates Birdie. What bad blood have they got?
I can't stand that
Bertie
guy.
the bus beat him at Mahjong, and he's still really bitter about it.
Fuck you, Skarloey.
Also, I gotta say, I'll get
math comes in like a line, Skarloey. It's just like that, anime. I kicked your ass.
Also, I gotta say, I'll get home or burst is not a super inspiring promise from the self-propelled bomb.
Yeah. Refer also to what I'd read from Railway Adventure before about how fucked Talyllyn's boiler was.
Yeah.
I wish I may, I wish I must find a princess before I bust.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is that from?
That's from Frogger the Great Quest.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
In the opening, he wants to find a princess, so he'll turn into a prince. And he says, I wish I may, I wish I must find a princess before I bust. And
I don't like that.
And Penny and a couple of friends played it, and they had this whole bit about Frogger's bust meter. You have to beat the game before he busts. The full VOD for that is missing. Penny doesn't have it, so it can't be uploaded, and that makes me so sad.
No!
Because I was there when that was actually, happening. I was in that stream, and it was so fucking funny.
This is why Twitch fucking sucks, because you can just lose shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good one. I liked that one.
Something else worth mentioning, I believe, is the noise Johnny Morris makes when the spring gives way. It's, I will attempt to recreate this. Then something went...
That's a good fucking noise.
Yes.
God,
And as...
I really should have fucking listened to the Johnny Morris narration. I just listened to Bruce Alexander again. Which, again, really like that narration, but, man.
Yeah.
Johnny Morris. Man's hard to beat.
To listen to all of them.
Johnny Morris is so fucking
this time
funny.
around. I only have time for all of Johnny Morris and a little bit of Rushton. But, also, as Skarloey starts away on this page, he, his noises are... like boom, boom, boom,
Like he's just fucking bouncing around.
He's just fucking like he's like speaking in tongues or some shit. Not to be confused with the Talking Heads album.
Well, you have to have a certain level of demonic power in order to understand Bobbidi-bobbidi-bobbidi-bobbidi.
I think Johnny Morris might be able to access the loop line with no repercussions.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Well, it's where he is right now. You thought he died? Fuck no.
Yeah.
He's Benry's driver.
I love this lore we're building up.
Yeah, exactly. There's something I also noted here, which is Skarloey's such a little trooper.
Yeah.
He
Look
really
at that
is.
little guy go.
Look at him
And
go.
that made me remember this one Tumblr post, which I'll read out loud. This shit is too dope. Don't watch Lord of the Rings high off your tits. This shit will blow your mind away. God, look at those little guys go. And then also, like, I think this is just in response to, like, Skarloey taking a little bit of a breather as the journey downhill starts, right? Where he's like, oh yeah, it'll be better downhill. It's not exactly easy running when the permanent way is fucking crumbling around you, is
Yeah.
Yeah.
it? You know?
They haven't got Rusty yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusty is a very important part of the Skarloey infrastructure. Without them, the entire thing just fucking falls to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that, quite frankly, it already was to
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Any
If-
repairs
if-
to the line would have just been done on a whim after Sir Handel derailed.
Yeah. So, like, Rusty arriving, like, Rusty's presence is what makes anything good.
That's just life in general.
Literally.
True. Rusty is awesome.
True! Fucking love Rusty.
Next page.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do
let's
it
do
to
it.
it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, cool!
The thin controller looked at his watch and paced the platform. James and his train waited impatiently, too. They heard a hoarse peep peep. Then, groaning, clanging, and clanking, Skarloey crept into sight. He was tilted to one side and making fearful noises, but he plodded bravely on. "I'll do it! I'll do it!" he gasped between the clanks and groans. "I've done it!" And he sighed thankfully as the train stopped where James was waiting. James said nothing. He waited for his passengers, and then respectfully puffed away.
First time James has respected anyone besides himself.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, this is the... Yeah, it's amazing how, for once, James has actually decided to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because he's just taken one look at that and was like, oh my fucking god, what the
Oh, shit.
Okay. That's fine, I don't...
Fucking hell. Alright then, yeah.
Yeah.
It's me, Chopper.
No, I don't like how much overlap our voices have when I'm not screaming like this.
Don't worry, James.
Holy shit, okay.
If you don't want to harass Skarloey, I'll harass him.
I thought you hated Peter Sam.
I hate all of you.
Oh no.
Except Rocky.
And
And Harvey.
But he's just cranky on wheels.
Oh my god.
He's not taking my mail.
I really like this page as well.
Hmm.
Like, it looks so fucking, like, sad, I guess.
It looks so desolate.
Yeah, like, it's just this wide open landscape, and then tiny-ass Skarloey and his train limping in with the saddest fucking face in the world. It reminds me a lot of fucking Thomas crying when he leaves his train behind.
Oh.
Like, honestly, this might be my favorite illustration in the whole book.
He's trying so hard.
Yeah, he's a little trooper.
Also, I have a note in here that just says, "That's not your whistle, James," because James doesn't have his whistle in the TV series episode.
Oh, it does.
Oh.
It's just weird.
It's the wrong
Yeah,
one.
fucking sometimes they just give James the wrong whistle, and I don't understand why. It's just like that in seasons 4 and 5.
Can I be honest here?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like James's weird whistle.
Oh, I like his main whistle.
I
That's not. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, fuck James's regular whistle. That sucked. Like,
I don't know. Maybe it's just because
like
I'm used to the correct whistle, TM. But I really don't like James's weird whistle. It just sounds wrong.
I don't mind either way.
Like, honestly, I don't even think I just like it. I don't even know if I'd like it if it was just someone else's whistle. It just sounds fucked up and wrong.
They also play James's regular whistle when Skarloey leaves with the train, but James isn't there.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's when
Like Thomas and Duck are there, I think. And like that whistle doesn't fit Thomas or Duck.
Nah, it doesn't. And they do it again, because I think in Steamroller, Thomas puffs by and James's whistle just plays.
Like, God, season 4, they were just fucking up every single whistle placement, I think.
Yeah.
And a bit of season 5, too.
Do we have anything else for this page? Or?
No, I really like it, and I think it's cool, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's the same bus from before.
Oh, the one over by the bridge? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it moved like fucking, like, maybe an inch a minute.
2 feet.
You would right, sir, said Skarloey to the owner that evening. Old engines can't pull trains like young ones. The owner smiled. They can't if they're mended, old faithful, he said. And that's what will happen to you. You deserve it. Oh, sir, said Skarloey happily. Sir Handel is now longing for Skarloey to come back. He thinks Skarloey is the best engine in the world. He does his fair share of the work now, and the coaches never play tricks on him because he always manages them in Skarloey's way. If you've enjoyed these stories, you will enjoy a visit to the Talyllyn Railway at Talyllyn in Wales.
Sir Handel thinks Skarloey's the coolest fucker on Earth, and he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Sir Handel's
Skarloey
changed
kicks
his
ass.
ways. He's a good engine who never has trouble with coaches. And that's never gonna be
Ever
retconned
again.
in a sequel.
This definitely reads like he didn't plan to do more Skarloey books.
Honestly, I do think he probably envisioned this as a one-shot just because, like, at this point in the real world, Talyllyn number 1 was not actually going to be sent to be overhauled. Like, I don't think that happened until, like, the 1957 or so. And that's, like,
Yeah.
at least
Talyllyn
3
went away in
years
57.
post-publication of Four Little Engines. So we probably only started work on a sequel once that got into motion.
Mm.
And I do think it's serendipitous that
Yeah.
the Talyllyn followed the Skarloey's example by restoring their number 1.
Imagine if they just didn't fix number 1.
I mean, I feel like in a universe where they didn't become a massively popular destination, that could have happened.
Mm.
But because it did become massively successful, I think...
Partly because of the book.
Yeah, partly because of the books. This book.
Of this very book.
Yeah.
This book and Railway Adventure.
Yeah, those 2 books really did a lot to get the railway on the map, and because of that, they were able to restore number 1, restore number 2, get everything else up to standards, you know. Like, it is where it
Number
is
2's
now
already
because it got
restored.
so much good press
Yeah.
from both Tom Rolt and the Reverend Audrey. So,
I mean, this is the thing. I think we said it in a previous episode. The TR really did survive on a series of increasingly unlikely miracles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, didn't it get Midlander and Douglas as gifts?
Douglas was a gift. Midlander,
Douglas
I
was a
think,
gift.
was not... Huh?
Douglas was a gift. I don't quite remember about
I know Midlander- There
Midlander,
was,
I think, he was... Midlander came from members from the Midland group.
Yeah,
of the
the
Talyllyn.
Midland division of the
Yeah.
the society. The society.
I am admittedly a little bit sad that we didn't get a miracle that saved the original number 5 and number 7. Because I do like them.
Yeah.
I think the Folly and the Mower are really cute. I love them
They
a lot.
are. But yeah. Skarloey gonna be mended. Yippee! Very happy
Yay!
ending!
New train! He gonna get fixed train. Good train.
He becomes an okay train.
Hopefully it's not like the Gibbons rebuild, where they just throw out most of the old loco and build a new one with, like, the buffer shanks of the old one.
And don't even build it right.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I mean, okay, well,
They
they
managed
kept
to
the
get it
original
working.
rods,
That is true. They did keep the rods.
that's true.
and then they, sheared off in 2014.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I
Ship of Theseus isn't
Yeah, 'cause
fucking
at
real.
least
I am
Like, fuck
At
Ship
least
of
at the
Theseus.
NGRN.
All my homies hate the Ship of Theseus.
it's stupid.
I prefer the living building of Japan, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But is it really Skarloey?
Yes.
I am also of the opinion that the TR has like a special degree of freedom to modify their engines if they want to, because it never closed.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's been a tourist operation longer than it's been, like, a revenue operation. So I think it is totally within its rights to just fuck around and find out.
Yeah. If you're one of
I
the
keep
people who
looking at this
bitches and
illustration.
complains because they rebuild the TR engines to make them better, or like they repaint them, or because it's not original, fucking learn to have fun.
Yeah. Talyllyn being blue is awesome.
That being said, current Midlander.
Current
still pretty
Midlander
ugly.
is
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah,
That is the
current.
one thing where they shouldn't have done that.
That's like the exception that proves the rule.
Yeah.
I guess maybe also the
I
Sir
mean-
Hayden rebuild isn't great, but like it's fine.
Now-
Sir Hayden's fine.
Now, devil's advocate for rebuilt Midlander, real quick. To say that they shouldn't have done it is very fucking silly.
I mean, yeah,
Because
Midlander really
because
did need to
otherwise
be
they just straight up
rebuilt.
wouldn't have been able to get it to work again.
Yeah, they would have fucking had to
Because-
get a
because they
different
needed-
donor to get it looking like it used to.
When they replaced one part and it kind of went to shit, it made a whole bunch of other parts go to shit, so it was like, okay, well, we kind of just got to get a whole ass new motor for this thing, don't we?
And they needed
So they
a
got a
different hood
similar
for that
one.
motor.
It looks
Yeah.
bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
I kind of wish like
yeah.
they needed a new hood. I don't know why they couldn't just fabricate a new hood that looked like the old one, but it's fine.
It was
It's
the
fine.
70s.
It was the 70s, but now we live in the modern day, and maybe they could get away with it.
They probably could in the modern day, yeah.
Listen, I just like old Midlander is so charming. It's
It is.
it's such a cute little engine. And then you look at new Midlander and it's this disgusting bulbous monster.
I think it looks like Giga Chad.
I would not trust modern day Midlander near my children.
Well, no, because they'd get wet wallpaper paint on them.
That is true.
Oh, true.
Poor Rusty.
God.
Also, they got rid of the circle
Rusty
window.
fucking melts.
That is true. I don't like that they got rid of the circle window.
Yeah.
Yes, the square one's easier to see out of.
But the circle
But-
one's cool.
Look is good.
Sometimes you
Anyway.
need to say fuck viability and embrace things that look nice.
Yeah.
What? What?
Uh-huh.
Fuck by a velvety? Is that what you just said?
Fuck viability.
Viability.
Fuck viability. Fuck. I said fuck viability, and then after you misunderstood, I said fuck viability.
What do you mean viability?
I don't know. Suck dick. Suck dick in relation to how good you are at sucking dick.
I keep looking at this illustration and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just noticing the way Skarloey is like framed here. Look at ska.
Ska.
You guys like ska?
It's a fine genre of music.
You guys like ska?
I like Madness. They're a pretty good ska band.
Yeah, I think Sir Handel's wheel here might be a little bit fucked up. I don't know. But it's fine.
Same with his like toolbox.
Yeah.
Where's Skarloey's cab?
It isn't.
Oh yeah, the fucking back half of him is just fucking gone. It just stops existing as soon as the shed window appears.
That's not a window, actually. It's just a framed painting on the wall. It's just
A framed painting of the color green.
Yeah. With the little orange like notches in the side.
Yeah, it's a frame.
Peter Sam
It's-
comes in and is like, I like it. It speaks to me.
think it
It's a
looks
painting
nice.
of my favorite color. It's just a green square. Yes, isn't it lovely?
And isn't it a lovely green square to handle? I think it looks shit.
I think you look shit.
How dare!
Skarloey is just sitting outside like, I wish I had a green square painting to look at.
All I have
I
to
like
look at
paintings.
is... All I have to look at is the fucking works. I'm so tired.
All I have to look at is the ground. And that patch of land over there, where Emily ran over those wagons and made Ennius throw up.
What?
Anyway, let's move on to rankings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am unsure whether to give this a Donald or a Douglas.
When in doubt, be nice.
Yeah, honestly, I'll give it a Douglas. I fucking love this story. It's a very exciting conclusion to the book. I think kind of in a similar vein to Old Iron, but Old Iron is very bombastic and such, whereas this is more of like
Old Iron is
an
very,
intimate experience, I suppose. I don't know. I can't think of a better way to word that.
No. I think intimate's quite a good word. Old Iron
Yeah.
is very like firing on all cylinders, action. Like this happened. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
And
we
you
have
got your,
30
like-
minutes to stop James from plowing into the express.
and then you get like fucking I don't know Tom Cruise or Bruce Willis, just some action movie star as the fucking as the inspector. He's just like,
Yeah.
I'm in. Oh, you know, no, it's Jason Statham, so that way you can justify the voice I did. It's me, Jason Statham. I'm the inspector.
He should be dangerous.
Danger! Looks like we're going to have to jump!
And then Edward's
But yeah,
crew,
this
they're
is-
like,
this
but
is
no, that
Douglas."
really won't be necessary.
I'm gonna have to jump!
Jumps across from Edward's cab to James's.
So you're Douglas, you think, Jamie?
I'm Douglas in it.
Okay, I think I will Douglas it also, actually. Because I love this story a lot. I love all the characters. I love the way it fleshes out the world. I think this is a really good book. I think this is a really good story. And the art's better than Dolby usually does. There's a little bit of grunk here and there, but it gave us Bjork, so can't be that bad. And yeah, I like it. Douglas.
That's a good way to put it. I'm gonna Douglas this too. Let's get a clean Douglas sweep. Hello,
Yeah, let's fucking go. Douglas Sweet.
Douglas sweep,
Douglas
let's
sweep.
fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, yeah.
Let's
Anyway.
fucking go.
So yeah, I do really quite like this story. It's not, admittedly, it's not one I think about as often as I do like some of the other stories, like Peter Sam and the Refreshment Lady or Sir Handel. And it's maybe because it got done so weird in the show, which
Yeah, it got done weird in the show, and I feel like just in general, like we said earlier, it's kind of overshadowed by Gallant Old Engine.
yeah, and which it's funny because it came before even on TV.
Yeah.
You know, I actually do quite like the way this specific story is done in the show. I do like it, apart from like the weird little tiny quibbles. But again, just why has it been fucking schmungled onto Skarloey Remembers, bro? What?
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
What are you doing? It's a nice high stakes story without actually being a high stakes story. like Jamie sort of expressed before, like especially in comparison to Old Iron. Yeah, it's just a really good show of Skarloey's character in action, because you get to see him in action in not a flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like trains.
Trains
I
are
do too.
Pretty fucking neat.
They're awesome. We should also rank the
They're
book now
awesome.
that we've finished every story.
We should do
I
that.
think just like this story, this book also gets a Douglas from me. It very much succeeds in everything it sets out to do. It sets a very high standard for the Skarloey Railway books that will follow, and thankfully, those books do live up to the expectation that's been set here. So I'm very excited to get to those later down the line.
Yeah. I will also give it Douglas, because this is a really good book. I think probably one of the best so far.
Yeah, I agree with that. Clean Douglas sweep. Which is
Yeah.
funny because this is book number 10.
Oh yeah.
True. Full 10s for number 10. That's fucking awesome.
Something else worth mentioning, by the way, is that they've gone for an entire book without Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even mention him.
Nope.
Yeah. Only other time they do that is number 1, I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I mean, the only other time they do that by this point, because
Yeah.
Lord,
Yeah,
Lord
'cause it
knows
didn't
Thomas
exist.
doesn't turn up in, like, fucking mountain engines, and it's like,
Yeah.
wow, Donald!
Wow, Donald, this mountain engine's really cool. I want to learn about the number 1 on the mountain railway.
Wilbert when writing this book is just, I'm so fucking sick of Thomas.
I'm really tired of writing about Thomas, so I'm going to invent a whole new railway that will never have Thomas on it.
I'm sick of him.
Thomas,
He
Thomas,
is ugly.
Thomas will go nowhere near this railway. This is because I have grown tired of him.
He is gross.
He
Very
is
yucky.
stupid and gay.
No good.
Fake and gay.
Be sure to say that in the YouTube comments.
Like and subscribe. I'll see you later in the next video.
And don't forget to click the bell. If you ring it, you will sound just like Toby.
Oh, Charlie, I
least
fucking hate that
As near
guy.
approximation as one can on the internet.
Toby doesn't know what the internet is because he is stupid.
And old.
Now, let's fetch Rocky.
And get that old metal to the smelters. Scarborough fashion.
Thanks for listening to the Railway Series Book Club.
Yeah. What the
Thank
fuck
you for
happened? We were
listening
possessed
to
by the
Railway
ghost of
Series
Audrey.
Book Club. Be sure
Hope you
to
enjoyed
catch us next
Skarloey
time.
book. 4 Little
Yes.
Legends.
Yay!
And be sure to join us next time for when we finally get to come back to our good friend Percy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Percy, let's fucking go. Love Percy.
I don't think the
Percy
episodes
the
are going to
Small
be
Engine.
as consistent as they were a while ago, but we're going to try and upload stuff more frequently.
Yeah, we're hoping to actually have a schedule again. Probably only for the remainder of the year though, because I have a bunch of shit happening in late December to mid-January, so that's probably gonna be no upload zone. But after that,
We're
we're gonna spend the rest of the year making Percy happen, and then in the new year around February or so, we're gonna finish off Volume 2 of Book Club, and probably also do a Bachman Roundtable somewhere in there. So get excited!
If you want to keep
Get hype!
If you want to be updated on everything we're working on, both check the community posts that we can do now apparently, And also follow us
Yes.
on Twitter, and follow us on Tumblr, and join the Discord, and give me your parents' credit card information.
And
Yeah.
the 3 little numbers on the back.
Exactly.
And
With
the
the expiration
3 little
month and
numbers
date.
on the back.
Thanks for
Bye,
listening
everybody.
to
For
Railway
legal
Series
reasons,
Book Club.
this is
We'll
a joke.
see you next
Yeah,
time.
bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good to be
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.